Wait for it. Wait. There you are. What's up, Vape fam? This is Joe of All Vapes coming at you with another awesome e-juice review. Today we're going to be reviewing Inner Vapor e-juice. They were awesome enough to send me 8 of their badass flavors, and I'm going to review them bit by bit, piece by piece, all for you, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to Joe of All Vapes. So Inner Vapor is what we're going to be talking about today. I got 8 of their flavors that they sent me, and we're going to be breaking those down for you. Incidentally, 8 flavors is not the only amount of flavors that they sell. If you want to go onto their website, innervapor.com, please check them out. They've got a lot of high-quality flavors, and they cater to pretty much whatever your all-day vape is. So because I've got 8 flavors to work with here, it took me a little while ordinarily than otherwise to get through all these flavors. So we're going to kind of flash them to you in the camera. We're going to give you any ideas to what the labels look like, what the flavors are, and what I'm going to do is give kind of an overall and generalized review of all of them at the end, and just tell you what my favorites were out of the 8. So first of all, I'm going to be vaping on my Snow Wolf V2 Royal Edition, flashy from Asmodus. This is a 200 watt box mod. Love this guy. Yeah, I mean, it just burns the hell out of pretty much whatever you put in it, and in a good way, in a cloudy way. And I'm going to be vaping on my Heracles. This is a 0.2 sub-ohm. Clouds for days, guys. I'm telling you, clouds for days. And the flavor on this guy is unbelievable. Pretty much anything you put through it tastes like, amazing. So without further ado, let's get to this. So Inner Vapors, we're going to start with, first of all, they come in little 10 milliliter bottles that they sent me. This one is pomegranates, as you can see. And the next one is pom-cheesecake, pomegranate cheesecake. I like the labels because they're pretty much about as evident as it possibly gets. I hate to have to sort of pick and choose and guess what flavor it is that they were kind of going for. Most of the time, most premium vapor brands are going to give you exactly what you're asking for per the label or the name. So we're going to go to the next one, apple cream. Sounds probably about as amazing as it tastes. And coconuts. Love coconut cream pie. Who doesn't, right? Okay, so we're going to go to the 5th one, gummy worms. Pretty self-explanatory on that one for all these of you that like the sweet stuff. That'll hit you right where it counts. Got sour apple and sour apple ranchers, actually. So yeah, a little taste of our childhood right there. Cinnamon Ohm Crunch, and I'm sure you can pretty much guess that one without me having to break the copyright law. And then watermelon ranchers, which would be obviously the watermelon flavor version of the green apple. So between these 8 flavors, how are we going to break these down? I mean, there's so many of them, and there's plenty more on their website that they sell that they didn't send me. Like I said, I'm going to break it down as it was evenly between the 2. There were 4 that I really dug, and then there were 4 that I liked, but not as much. I wouldn't consider them an all-day vape. And I do have my favorites, but I do like to branch out every now and then and try something new just to kind of quench the palate and, refresh the taste buds, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present to you the ones that were absolutely my favorites out of these. The Pom-cheesecake, for one. And now pomegranate, straight up. A lot of people like pomegranate. I'm sure you guys do too. I love kind of that tart, dry taste, almost like a dry wine to it, but it is very sweet. You can definitely taste the cheesecake on this one. Everybody likes cheesecake. The combination of the 2 is pretty badass, actually. It's refreshing. It's light, but the flavor is still pretty prevalent of the 2. So it's a very nice balance. I think they did a really good job on that one. Coconuts. And just like it says on the picture, coconut cream pie. You got the cream, you got the coconut. Coconut is kind of a creamy taste anyways. It's very sweet. Definitely love the combination of the 2 of these. Everything is there. So they did a good job on that one too. And just pomegranates. Sweet, kind of dry, like I said, kind of like it's almost like a pomegranate wine almost. And it's a clear mixture, which I kind of dug. I like the innovation behind things that don't necessarily need to be the color or the entire expectation of what it is that you're going to be trying. But this was really good to me, and I don't usually like singular fruit flavors, but the pomegranates really came through for me on this one. So I liked that one, and especially since I started with the pomegranates to begin with, and then I went to the pomegranate cheesecake. Kind of expected once you have one flavor that sometimes what some companies will do is they'll take a flavor and then they'll branch out and try 5 other things or 10 other things attached to that flavor, like pomegranate this and pomegranate that and pomegranate that. You sort of kind of get lost in a pomegranate world, but I definitely tasted the difference between the two, so it was a nice complement to each other. And apple cream. This one was just straight up. Very sweet on the apples, not an intense apple taste, but it was very pleasant. It was there. The cream was there. I mean, it's like apple pie a la mode. It's just like they have it in the picture. Did a really good job with that one. So I appreciated that one there. Now, we're going to get to the 4 that I liked, but in my humble opinion, I think they could use just a little bit of reworking as far as flavor consistency. Now, the gummy worms, very sweet. I enjoyed the flavor. It hit my tongue immediately. And just case in point, whenever I review flavors, I take the time to do them. I'll vape them all day. Since I did get so many of these, it took me about 2 weeks to go through all of them. And I'd say I probably spent about half the day vaping each and every one of these. No kidding. I mean, it's just what I do. I love what I do in the vape culture. I love reviewing these products for you guys. And I want to give everything a fair shot. So don't think I just blended everything on the same wad of cotton on my dripper. You know what I mean? But the gummy worms, sweet is pretty much all I got out of it. It wasn't that characteristic flavor of gummy worms like we all love to pound down when we were kids and whatnot. I think it could have been singled out just a little bit more behind just kind of a sweet. It almost tastes just like a regular base nectar to me. I don't know the exact specifications of the individuality they were going for there. Maybe not much of other than just kind of a sweet fruity taste. But to me, set aside from a lot of other sweet fruity flavors, this didn't make a real big impression on me. But it is a good flavor. I'll give it that much. Now the Sour Apple Ranchers. This one was a good flavor. It was very pleasant as well. It was very sweet. But once again, comparatively to the gummy worms, I really didn't notice that much of a difference. It was a very sweet based nectar kind of a flavor. Once again, the fruit flavor was definitely there. I don't know if they were working with kind of a balance of sweetness to be able to kind of bring out that sour apple rancher flavor that we all love. But it definitely is there. It does taste like apple. It does taste like a sweeter apple than compared to like the apple cream, obviously without the cream. But it's a good, pleasant taste. I'll give it that. It wasn't very set aside, in my opinion, as a singular flavor. So there's that one. Now, the Watermelon Ranchers, unfortunately, was kind of the same situation with me. It did taste like watermelon. It tasted like sweet watermelon. So it's not necessarily a downer on that one. Actually, I like this one a little bit better than the Apple Ranchers one. I like watermelon candy. Who doesn't like watermelon? It was a really good flavor. But comparatively to the apple and the gummy worms, this one actually tasted a lot like the gummy worms to me. So, individuality is pretty much key, in my opinion, when it comes to singling out certain flavors and considering certain flavors a premium brand of e-juice. And last but not least is the Cinnamon Ohm Crunch. Now, I love dessert flavors, if all of you guys know. I love, cinnamony or creamy and stuff like that. So some of them hit my taste buds a lot more prevalent and with a wow factor than others. And I really expected a lot out of this. I've tasted other cinnamon crunch cereal e-juices before, and to be perfectly honest with you, I just didn't really get it from this. I can taste the cinnamon flavor in there. I can taste a little bit of a creaminess from the milk, but to me, it was just very watered down, and all I could taste was just a very bland mixture of the flavor profile in which they were trying to achieve with this. A little bit disappointed by that. Other than that, like I said, the notes were there. They weren't very prevalent. They weren't very strong, and I expected something just a little bit more together and kind of explosive in flavor. So all in all, I think Inner Vapors. I think it's a really good company, to be honest with you. There's a lot of companies. There's hundreds and hundreds of companies worldwide, and there's international e-juice being shipped every day. You know, we're constantly trying to import and export brand new brands because there's so many great innovative artists out there that are coming up with incredible flavor combinations of, you know, premium qualities, this and that, and what have you. The overall aspect, I think, of my end result of you know my review here is I think that when some companies overemphasize a greater large number of different type of e-juices that they supply, granted they're trying to basically cover the bases of every one of their consumers or possible consumers, you know, what have you. They're trying to entice their taste buds. You know, I do know that they do have some very quality flavors, and a lot of people love this stuff. A lot of people love Inner Vapors, and I like Inner Vapors. They've got some good quality brands. I'm not here to dictate. I'm definitely not here to judge. What I am here to do is to give you guys a fair and honest review, and everybody knows where I'm coming from when I do these reviews. I've got a great rapport with a lot of awesome people. Inner Vapors are awesome people. I had really good conversations with them. I've got a great working relationship with them, and I definitely give them kudos because they did sell me some great tasting juice. So one of these is almost half full because I've just been hitting it nonstop. You know, I love the pomegranate cheesecake. It's probably my favorite out of the 8. So definitely would I recommend trying Inner Vapors? Absolutely. Go on to Instagram, check out Inner Vapors, give them a follow, and if you can't find this stuff at your local vape shops, DM these guys and ask them if they have any dealers local to whatever state you live in. Go on to innervapors.com. Definitely check out all their flavors. And keep in mind, I have not reviewed every one of their flavors. I don't get you know, advice from any other reviewer, any other consumer. I don't get anything from these people. All we did was converse together, decide to work together. They sent me some juice. I decided to review it, and fair and honest and humble reviews is all you're ever going to get out of me. So definitely go on to Inner Vapor on Instagram, like I said, and give them a shot, give them a follow, and tell them that Joe of All Vapes sent you. So that about wraps up my review for Inner Vapor. I hope it gave you the itch to go out and try something new in your sub-ohm or your dripper. I want to give a shout out to Hippie Holler Vapors. They are my brand new sponsor. Hippie Holler was a review that I did a little while back. That little medicine type bottle with a little handle on it, the glass bottle with the Lonesome Drifter, that sweet creamy taste that so many people across America are coming to enjoy now. They're awesome, great people. I really enjoyed working with them, and you know, they definitely saw that I had something to offer them as far as just what I do. I can't chase clouds or blow them for the life of me, man, not to save my life. So the reviews are what I do the best, and there are going to be more products coming up in the future, much more e-juice. I am going to be reviewing some mods, and I've got some RDA suppliers that have graciously contributed to Joe of All Vapes. I also have a big review coming up very soon with Nimbus Mods LLC. That's on Instagram. Nimbus Mods with a Z LLC. Please go on and check this guy's IG account out. Aaron is the guy that makes these custom handmade mods. You know, they're laser engraved. They come in multiple colors. You can get them in series or parallel, dual 18650. These things are awesome. They're absolutely gorgeous. If you've been keeping an eye on my Instagram page and you've noticed the picture recently that I posted with that, with a little bit of information on just a snippet, mind you. I want to leave you something to keep guessing. But the review is definitely going to be a special contribution review, and it is going to be leading up to an exciting new event, a collaboration that Aaron over at Nimbus Mods and yours truly at Joe of All Vapes are going to be doing sometime within the year 2016. So an incredible amount of exciting things. It's a collaboration that I know you guys, my loyal vape fam, are going to love, and trust me, you guys are definitely going to want to know about this. It's a really cool thing that we're putting together, and we're doing it just for the love of what we do and for the love of you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and I appreciate everything that you stand for and represent. I love supporting other fellow vapors, and by all means, if any of you guys see me on Instagram or YouTube and you watch my videos, you like watching my pictures on Instagram, and you're keeping track with me, which I know most of you are, give me a DM. If you've got a question about something, if you're just breaking out into the whole review arena, or you're just a vapor with a question about coils or mods or e-juice or certain companies or whatever, or just advice on how to excel in this vape culture. I mean, we're all in this together. Give me a DM, absolutely, and I guarantee you I will eventually get back to you. If I don't do it right away, I will eventually get back to you. I have had the blessing of having a lot of assistance all of my life in wonderful areas of my life. I'm a very blessed man, and I appreciate and am very humble with all the gifts that have ever been given to me. And I just want to give back to everybody as much as I humanly can. You know, there is a balance to doing everything that we enjoy in the obligations of day-to-day life, and you know, just what I do here makes everything so much easier. So tell your friends about my reviews. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Joe of All Vapes on YouTube. Please go onto Instagram and give me a follow at Joe of All Vapes _2. And I want to give a shout out to my awesome sponsors, all of these guys. Go check out Aaron over at Nimbus Box Mods LLC on IG and give him a follow. And definitely stay tuned, because I can guarantee you're not going to want to miss the reviews that I got coming up. A bunch of awesome stuff, not just e-juice, not just mods. I'm covering basically every angle of the vaping world. So be on the lookout for that. So until then, this is Joe of All Vapes. Catch you later, vape heads.